Starts turning.
Now, do you do the Brockville?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Your son?
Thomas. It's not my
Your
son.
Thomas?
No, Thomas is James's older brother.
Yeah, that's right.
He's so good at it.
He's yeah.
You're on mic here now, so.
Oh, sorry.
But
Loved it.
yeah,
It's
he's
really
so good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great because we've watched the tournaments the whole day. We watch them all. It's great.
Yeah, I like it.
Thanks
He
for
loves it.
doing
He's
that.
good at it. So he can't be here tonight, so I'm left in the
Good
lurch here.
night,
Yeah.
good night. Enjoy.
Yeah. Well, and if you're watching now, I realize I have not got my team set up here. Oh boy, I got to jump out here, get to my menu, add team, and I'll get the teams assigned. Eagles. Selections. There we go, back to ball. And let's set up the teams now. We don't know who's going to be home and away. I'm going to have to wait a second to get teams. So I'll say hello. Welcome to the first game of the regular season at the All-Star level for Major Baseball. Here we are at Grasshopper Park, Kilbourne. And we're watching your South Ottawa Blues take on the East Nepean Eagles tonight. It's returning to a lovely evening. It was threatening thunder showers for the last while, but they passed to the north and then off to the east. And looks like we're probably about ready to go. I just can't tell who's home and away. No one's going to feed me that info, so we'll have to add up the teams and enter them in and get lined up once we get going here. I'm alone tonight. My good partner Thomas Sarabura will not be joining. Unfortunately, he is umpiring a game, I'm told. So good for him. And congratulations to him on a great weekend tournament of commentary, helping out down in Brockville. You can see coaches taking to the plate to join the umpire staff and have their pregame discussions. We'll get underway shortly here. I guess I could give a quick update for anybody who perhaps didn't tune in for all of the games in the Brockville tournament. The Blues came up one win short of making it on to finals, the semifinals and finals that would have been played on Sunday. They lost to the Diamond, and the Diamond team did in fact make it on to the finals, and so they were the team to get past anyway. I'm told the Diamond lost to High Park in that final on Sunday afternoon. We never got a chance to play High Park this year yet, so we don't know how that would have turned out. I see Blues gloves in hand and catcher's gear on, so they will be the home team. So let me get teams added in here. Set teams. Home team. All right. So this is definitely a rivalry. We have lost to this team this season, and we have beat this team this season in tournament play. Most importantly, we beat them in Cornwall, which gave us a pathway through to the finals, where your South Ottawa Blues defeated the West Ottawa Twins. And big cloud now passing over. I'm going to take out my sunshine, which is actually good for filming and good for camera heat. Keep the camera cool as it films and broadcasts. But I can see in behind that cloud there's more clear sky probably to come, so I don't think this one's going to cause any kind of delay or weather problem. And here come your Blues. So I won't have to explain to any viewers of the channel that Reed will start behind the plates and probably stay there for the game. But I'll take you over to what I see at first base. Looks like Jason. And Scott there at second base. Rory, shortstop. Fergus looks like he's prepared to start at third base, which leaves Blake there in left field. Steven, number 4, ready to go in center field, and James will round it off in right field to start. Starting pitcher for the night will be Cole Roski, number 39. Looks like we're about ready to go. Ball's in. Cole's ready. Batter takes his place. Pitch is in. Swung on. Foul down third baseline. Boys are ready. Second pitch incoming. Ball's high. 1-1. Wind has subsided now, and I can actually hear the home plate umpire at times when there's not traffic behind. That one fouled back down the third baseline. Well over the dugouts. And a family member will go and retrieve that ball and bring it back in. Just outside. 2-2. Just out of your view, the outfielders are having a conversation about the upcoming play, how it's going to go. Put that one inside, full count now. That one high and inside. It'll be a walk down to first base. And a taller player steps up to the plate now. Outside. Runner's going to make his way over to second. Stand up. No rush. He slides in. He didn't have to slide in. Oh, and that umpire's going to stand right in our way. Batter swings. Got 1-1. Umpire out in the field there calls for time while we replace the bag at the proper position. Swung on, big hit. Talking, and Steven picks that up. Runner's going to make his way over to third and stop. One out now. Fresh count for Cole. Start over here. We got a runner now. Third base. One out. Scoring position. So boys will have to work and keep their heads up to get out of this one without too much trouble. And third base coach just getting out of the way. And umpire says, let's play ball. Swung on, but fouled back well over the home team dugout. That one popped quite high, up for Reed, but going to be out of play. Or too close to the fence for him to pick up anyway. Foul ball. There, get the bases in frame so we can see the action here. Pitch coming in. And run down, not necessary as the player dives in head first. Now, I didn't see what that last pitch was. I'll have to get a count update here. 1-2, says the ump. Here we go. Outside makes that 2-2. Swung on, down through the gap. Run will score, and it's a double. That one hits through the gap again, makes its way straight to Steven. Runner will stop, hold up at third. Reed struggles a little bit to contain that ball. Bats it down with the gloves, so The batter makes his way over to second. We've got runners on second and third now. Blues acting well to control that, keep the runner from getting home. That one's snapped at just past Cole. Scotty picks it up. Force at first is called. Which way was it called? I think it's called out. But the run comes in. We got an out. And the runner at third must be the catcher. And so they'll make a quick substitution here. Cole will try to get out of this inning without any more damage. With a couple runs in, threatening 3. Pitch a little outside and high. That one down low and outside. Swung on, hit, popped, down the first base line. Oh, and James drops it, but it's foul. Had it in his glove on the run. But you'd say no harm, no foul, but in fact there was some foul. 2-1. Runner on third. That one high and inside. Batter has to duck out of the way. 3-1. High. Batter will make his way down to first. Now we got runners on the corners. Whoops. Get that corrected here. Runners on the corners. As the screen shows, 2 outs. Two chances for a force play here. Right-handed batter. Would be more likely in theory to bring it up the third base side, but we'll see what happens here. That one's a strike. First called strike we've seen in a while. Swung on. Through the gap. Run scores. And they can't make the force at second. Swung on, down to Scott. He'll make the first force at first. That will end the inning. Blues get out of it with 3 runs coming in against them. Good sized crowd tonight here. I guess with it being a local game, a few more parents and grandparents are able to make the trip to the Ball Diamond. And still some more parents and relatives and fans streaming in slowly. There is another ball game happening off to the east, which we can just take a little glance at. Looks like a minor level game. Red Sox playing the Blues. Catcher calls for balls in. Second baseman goes to the bag. Will they toss it? What are they going to do here? They're not going to do the ceremonial toss to second base, I don't think. Yes, they will. Here it comes. Scott's ready to go. So your first at bat for your South Ottawa Blues coming up now. Hit back over the first base line, visiting dugout. That one low and inside. Called strike. Low in the zone. Gives the pitcher the advantage in this count. Now Scott will be looking hard, making a decision here. That one down low, but a little outside. Chopped at. Makes his way to the third baseman. In time for the out. I'm just assuming this is Rory. I think it must be. Although it could actually be Stephen, now that I'm looking. I did not see the number come up on its way to the plate. Chopped at, but bounced back. Foul ball. Strike called. He's out. Well, that in fact was Stephen. Apologies. This is Rory now coming up. Fresh count. Pitch is in. Swung down low. That was on the inside. Even I can't see what movement's on with this shortstop standing in the way. Can't quite see where the pitches are landing. That one did look to be outside, so it's a 1-1 count now. That one down the first base line and past the second base player. And Rory's aboard. 2 outs. Should be Cole. No. What do we got here? Well, we switched things up now. Down through the gap it comes. That was Jason put that through, I think. Or was it Blake? We switched up the order here. 48. So it was 48. Blake hit that. Blake's on first. Rory makes his way over to second. Now we got Jason. Okay. So we've switched up the batting order. No one told the commentator. Swung on to the second baseman. Out at first. That'll end the inning. had my handy pen and paper pad, I would make a note of our changed batting order. It's probably going to catch me by surprise every time we come around, though. Bear with me. We'll head into the top of the second. Blues will return to the field and we'll introduce the positions. Trace is the first one out of the dugout, presumably heading over to second base. Well, we can take her on the outfield to start. Fergus jumps from third base out to left field. Stephen will remain in center field. And looking like Nick's going to step into right field. Jason over at first. Trace joins us at second. Rory's going to hang out at short. And Connor gets off the bench, joins the game over at third base. Change on the pitching mound. Cole will take a seat on the Iron Pony, as my colleague Thomas would say. And Reed's going to pitch an inning or more. Oh, maybe that's Cole catching. I can't quite see. I can see Scott on the bench. Swung on, just gets past Reed. Over to first, safe. So Eagles aggressive on the ball, swinging at the first pitch. That one popped up, but back over the backstop and out of the hands of the fan, to his utter disappointment. Big hit, out to left field, caught by Fergus. Runner is stopped at first, gets nowhere. I think we had a ball come in there. Foul back. Possibly a few raindrops just hitting the tree leaves overhead, and thus the players on the field too. But the cloud that's over top is passing and there's nothing coming in behind it, so we should be good to keep playing. Hopefully don't get too wet. That a bunt attempt, heads down the third base line, foul. Foul back. Swung on high, just over the shortstop. And the runner gets to second. First base is not a problem. Foul back down over the home dugout. Blake will take a run and go pick up that ball. Bunt attempt works. Reed gets it. He throws it over to Force third for second out. No progress for the Eagles on that attempt. Called strike. That one dropped in out of nowhere. Just grabbing the outside of the plate, I believe. Chopped up to center field. No problem for Steven. And that gets Reed out of any trouble. No run score. We'll change sides now. I guess I can give another welcome if you're just joining or had to join a little late. South Ottawa Blues taking on East Nepean Eagles. Eagles are in green on the field now, ready to close out the second inning. Your South Ottawa Blues are the home team this evening. And looks like Reed's ready to go first at bat. This round. Just watch for confirmation and walk him step into the plate as the pitcher takes what looks to be his last warm-up pitch. Throw is to second and over. Ball's in. Sky's looking very calm off on the horizon. Sun about to make an appearance, a reappearance, you might say. High. Ball one. Has turned out to be a beautiful evening for baseball. A little bit of cloud cover cooled us down a touch. Swung on, popped back. All the way to the tree in the distance. Oh, you're saying one ball, yes, of course. Chop back, 1 ball, 1 strike. That one outside, down in the dirt. Gets away from the catcher. Haven't seen too many of those tonight. Catcher's doing a great job containing the pitches. And pitcher's doing a good job getting them in the zone, too. Swung on, big hit. And bobbled by the shortstop, so Reed gets on. That's a tricky position. A little too deep for the shortstop to play, but not deep enough for the left fielder to be coming in. Who do we have at base at bat here? That's Cole. Swung on. Over. Oh, caught by the shortstop. He redeems himself on a hop and a jump. I was sure that was over his head, and he snagged it. Connor checks his swing, called strike. We'll get the count adjusted here. There we are, 0-1. Reed hanging at their first base. Down low for strike 2. The Eagles pitchers having good success at the lower part of that zone. That one swung on off the fence, back into play. Foul ball. Chopped down. Shortstop tries, gets it over in time, but not caught. Reed's going to make his way over to third safely. And now runners on the corners. On a real velocity monster coming off the bat. Nick steps up. And some signs coming from the catcher. Acknowledgement at the tip of the cap by the pitcher. Away we go. Up high. Ball 1 to Nick. That one down in the zone. Throws to second, gets him. Not in time to make the double play, and a run will score. Home team bench, excited with that one, calling it the RBI. We got an out. Fergus comes up to the plate. That one down low. We'll keep that count the way it looks on the screen. 1-0. So let's get this aligned here. Called strike. Fergus likes the higher part of the zone. He's going to have to learn to like the lower part. That one down too low. Swung on. That one was down low. 2-2. He's going to have to chop this down the third base line if he can, which he tries. That one's fouled off, though. He had success down that third base line in Brockville, bringing a run in or two. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner on first. Pitch in, swung on and missed. That'll end it. But the Blues bring in one, narrowing the gap a little. 3-1 is your score, finishing off the second inning. All right. Umpire instructs the catcher to call the balls in. So one more throw for good measure here. Off to second base, and away we go. Remaining on the bump, number 13, Reed Tutton. Swung slowly on a check swing, contact fouled. In comes the pitch. That one high, but chopped at. Makes his way through to Steven. He slides on his knees to stop it. Runner will make his way to first safely. No outs, runner on first. That one looked good, but must have been just outside. Ball one. That one chopped at. Reed's going to handle that one for the double play attempt. Gets it to second, but down a little low, not enough time to get the man over at first. Couple motorcycles going by in a rush, making a pass on Kilbourne, a little over the speed limit, I'd say. Pitch in, outside. Ball one. That one hit high and deep. And is it in? It's in play. It's too far for Nick to pick up. He gets it in, cut off by Trace, and the runner gets only the third. One out. Two runners in scoring position. Swung on over to Howie. Howie makes the play over to first. And gets the steal over at third on a tag play. There's going to be a discussion here, but it's not going to go anywhere. Or is it? Maybe we're going to have a discussion. The officials will discuss, and nothing will change. Two outs on that play. Oops. We'll head to the top of the fourth. All right, ball's in. About ready to go. Pitcher's going to take one last warm up here. And Trace is going to be your first batter. This attempt. Thanks to Kevin putting together the walk-ups songs. All the players selecting their chosen song. That one called strike. I think a few of them picking the same song. You may hear some familiar tunes as we go through the order here, but that one swung on. Pitcher grabs it. Plays to first. Trace can't get there in time on the dive by the pitcher. Must be James up to the plate. Hit to center field. Diving play. Doesn't make the catch. And James has himself a single with one out. All right, back to the top of the order. Inside, ball one. Outside, ball two. That one high, ball three. Oops. Ball three. 3-0. James looking. Oh, he's just out of frame here. Let me get you in. There. James on first. Called strike. That's all right. 3-1. Down low. Ball four. Howie's aboard. Oops. Fresh count. Oh, now we went through this again. This is Steven. All right. Try to get my memory going here. Steven swings on it down the third base line. He stops. And the ump in the field calls the runner safe. But James does not make his way over to third. He's called out. So Steven stays aboard just in time. Rory steps up. Swings it. Goes just over the shortstop. Makes his way to left field. Bases are loaded now. On a beautifully placed hit by Rory. Swinging at the first pitch he saw. He liked it. Blake steps up. 2 outs, but bases are loaded. What can Blake come up with now? Pitches in high. Called strike on that movement. Dropped in. And Blake checked his swing on that one. Didn't come around from what I could see, but must have been in the zone. That one in the zone. Swung through. 2 strikes. So now Blake behind in the count. 2 outs. Makes contact, but back to the pitcher. Easy play to first. Gets the force, and Eagles run off the field with no damage in that inning. So halfway through the game now. Eagles took an early lead, but then haven't been able to add to it. We'll see what happens as we head into the bottom half of this ball game. And as they move through pitching staff as well. Different pitchers bring different challenges, but sometimes different opportunities too. So we see Fergus coming out to center field. And if he remains there, that'll be the first time in a while he's played center. I think Blake will come out. He'll return back out to left field. So finish off where let's go around. So yeah, James over there in right, Fergus in center, Blake's in left. Nick just standing off out of play there, helping to warm up. Connor's at third base. Rory returns to short. Scotty returns to second. And Jason will stay at first. Reed's going to pitch another inning, which would put Cole behind the plate. Okay, batter up. And away we go. Which is outside. Ball one. Hit on. Into the gap. Fergus will play it. Cut off to Howie. And back to the pitcher. One aboard. Now some louder communication from the outfielders at least. That one on the inside. Tries to catch the stealing runner over at first, but runner tags up in time there. High. Runner at first cheating a lot. 2-0. No outs. Swung on, missed. That one drops, but not for a strike. Over the pitcher's head. He'll take his base. And now the Eagles have 2 aboard. Bunt attempt, works. Reed goes in to play it. Does not get to first in time. And now the play to first, to home rather. He's safe. That's a run for the Eagles. No outs on that play. I think Reed didn't get the ball in the first grab with his throwing arm and then didn't get it off to Jason just in time. So we have runners at first and third. Home plate umpire will clean off the plate. Outside. Ball one. That one inside. Runner goes to second. And then on that play, the runner at third makes his way home. 5-1 Eagles now. No outs in this inning. A little bit of swung, chopped up, foul ball. That one chopped up, but that's going to be foul too. Oh, I got my count adjusted here. It's actually 2-2. Swung on, popped up, and miscommunication. Connor doesn't get there. Ball drops. And runner couldn't advance on that because it looked like it was going to be caught. Oh, let's get this adjusted here too. We got runners on first and second now. Bunt attempt looking. Fouled off. Still no outs. Blues have themselves in a bit of a pickle here. Bunt attempt coming again. Misses that one. Called strike. Throw over to third. Bobbled. Connor didn't catch it. Forgot to catch the ball and finish that before he looked over to tag the player. So now both runners will advance. 2-2 count remains. Swung on. Reed hesitated on that one. Doesn't get it over to Jason in time. He wanted to check that the runner was not going to go home, so he did at least keep the runner from making his way home, but now the bases are loaded. No outs. And Coach Ken will come out and have a chat with Reed. And really, it's the fielders that have got themselves into this more than the pitcher. But I think Connor or Scott will pick up the ball, I think. Is that what we're going to do? No, little chat. Stephen. Nope. Who is it? They're all turned their back to me. That'd be Rory. Rory's going to warm up and pitch then. So, if you hadn't heard from previous commentation or remembered that these East Nepean Eagles would have some players on their team, presumably, although I haven't seen the rosters, but players on their team from last year's East Nepean Eagle minor squad who took the provincial championship. So definitely a talented group. And we've seen it each time we've played them, no doubt. All right, Rory feels he's had enough, or maybe the umpire just decides he's had enough. Either way, we're going to call that batter up to the plate. And now just some instruction coming from the umpire. I don't know what he'd be telling him. So a reminder, bases loaded, no outs. And Rory steps up to see what he can make of this mess. Swung on, missed. Runner at second, cheating a lot. Scott comes over to check. That one high, gets away from Cole. Ball one. 1-1. High. And again, that runner at second, kind of trying to cause some chaos. Swung on, missed. 2-2. Outside. Full count now. Bases loaded. No outs. Top of the fourth. We're watching a 5-1 ball game with the Eagles in charge. That one down, but fouled down the third base line. Count remains full. Pitch is in, swung on, struck out. One out calls Blake, repeated by Fergus and James. 1 out. Bases loaded. Outside. Ball 1. That one hit through the gap. Run will score. And bobbled by Fergus. 2 runs are going to score. Oh, that hurts. And then some miscommunication as Jason left his post. And the base runner from 1 was able to make his way over to second. So we've got a double that drove in 2 runs. That one fouled back. Oh, let's get that adjusted. So runners on second and third. Now chopped into the ground. Scott plays it. He tags for first. And that's 1 out, but another run scores. Now I've got that counted as 5. 5 runs this inning, so either I've made a mistake or we're not playing a mercy rule. 5. Called strike for Rory. Inside. Called strike. That one swung on, struck out. That'll end the inning. Not a good inning for the Blues. Need to get the guns firing now, heading into the bottom of the 4th. Ball's in. So Jason will start us off in the bottom of the 4th. That one drops in, but just missing, I think. Maybe on the outside or maybe below. Ball 1. Jason smacks that one. Shortstop plays it. He's got time, makes the play on a lunge at first. 1 out. Well fielded by the Eagles. Reed batting now. That one outside in the dirt. I'll leave that count as it is. 1-0. Swings on that one. Big hit to center field. He catches it. 2 outs now. Cole steps in. Oh, his late swing makes it to the pitcher. Gentle little toss over to first base for the out. That's it for the 4th. So not much luck coming from the middle top of the Blues order. Coach Ken will have a little discussion with his boys. And with that ended, they'll resume field play now, heading into the top of the fifth. So changes in the outfield, not for left field. James remains. Stephen will return to center field. Nick over in right field. Connor steps into first base. Scott second. Cole gets a chance at shortstop. And then looks like Blake will round it out at third base. Rory will pitch another one. And Reed goes back home where he's most comfortable. Oh, a little change here. We're going to bring Jason out to center field, and Steven is going to warm up in the bullpen, I believe. Cole blocking your view of that pitch that's in there for strike one. That one, strike two. With authority. Outside. 1-2. That one hit hard down the third base line over to James. Stops it, but the runner's aboard. Sorry I didn't get the pan over to catch that play. It's hit hard and fast. I'm also dealing with a hot camera phone. The breeze has dropped off here, and now the sun is facing straight onto the back of the camera, heating it up. That one called strike. What we'll do is just pan over here, grab your first base runner, get that strike aboard there. 0-1 should count. That one high. Runner looks but changes his mind. 1-1. That one down in the dirt, swung at, but down the third base line. It's going to stay in play. Too slow to make any kind of a play on it. Runners aboard. Now runners at first and second. That one strike. Runners going to third, and no trouble getting him. He's out. Well played by Reed there, making the play to Blake. Blake perfectly positioned. Lots of time to make an easy play there for the out. One out. I didn't catch what that last throw was. I'm going to guess ball. We're probably at a 3-1 count. 2-1 or 3-1, I'm not sure. Let's go with 3-1. That one in for strike. It's got to give us a full count. Runner at second. Let's up that. There we go. Down in the dirt. Oh, I had missed a pitch there. Or counted an extra one. Now we must have a... Now my count's way off. Swung on. Chopped down to Cole. He stops. Oh, there's a soccer ball in the field. And the infield umpire calls a stop of play. So that hit by the batter will not count for anything. And now we'll resume. Two balls, two strikes is what I'm hearing. That one hit into center field. It bounces. Jason stops it, tries to throw to third. Blake can't control. Ball gets away from him. And batter will make his way to second for a double. So again, Blues found themselves in some trouble. With only one out, two runners in scoring position. That one down in the dirt, stopped by Reed. Back out to the mound. Runners can't get anywhere. That one just outside. Ball two. Steven warming up in the bullpen, but not looking like he's in pitching condition yet. That one swung on hard, but down the right field. Yeah, well out of play down that first base line. Oh, Reed can't handle it. Rory, rather, can't handle it, and he's safe. Now we got bases loaded. Unfortunate there, Rory. I said Reed, but it was Rory there. Went over to play that bouncing ball in the grass. Couldn't get it into his hand fast enough. We got bases loaded, one out. 8-1. I'm going to come in for a chat. Strike. Swung on through the gap. It's going to make its way to left field. Runner gets home for one. Oh, and that one missed thrown to Reed, but he's able to scramble back. Strike. Just nabbing the outside of the plate. Let's zoom in so we can see what's going on here. That one hit down the first base line. Bobbled. Connor can't make a play. Another run will score. 10-1. Strike. Oh, I didn't have my count refreshed, but it is an 0-1 count. Chopped at and touched by Rory. Third base runner will score. Another aboard. Bases remain loaded. Only one out. Outside, down in the dirt, ball one. Just outside, ball two. That one inside. Batter got in the way of, a runner got in the way of that one. A run will score. No play can be made. So 4 runs so far this inning. No heroics needed here at the end, with only one out. If we're playing mercy rules, Blues will be unable to catch the Eagles at this point. Can't make up an 11-run deficit with a 5-run mercy rule. Hits into the gap. Jason plays it. Runner scores. Maybe there's no mercy. I don't know what's going on here, because that's 5 runs. So that's 13-1. Maybe some heroics are needed here. Some kind of miracle. Inside, fouled back, or down. Hit down the first base line. Scott has it. Force at one is made. Another runner scores. Reed looks away from that one down in the dirt, tries to find it, but no runners are able to do anything there. We got runners at second and third, in fact. 2 outs. Strike called. Make it a 0-2 if we got it right. Outside. Strike called. That's okay. 2-2. I guess I had it wrong. I was sure we were at a 0-2. Oh my. 2-2 it is. Pitch coming in the zone, hit, stopped by Rory, over to first. That's the inning. Well, Blues continuing to brave through it. We'll head to the top of the sixth. Oh, I'm getting a update on my screen that says Eagles have 15. I'm not sure when I missed one, but we'll update that. For what it's worth, 15-1, East Nepean Eagles. Connor will come up to the plate, see what damage he can do. He takes ball high, ball one. That one down low, ball two. Strike called, 2-1. And that one goes back. Foul, strike two. Swung big and deep. And it's good. Connor will round first, makes his way over to second. He'll stop, standing up at second. Well, something to be happy about for the Blues. First double of the night, I think. Good side. We got 2-0 here. To Nick. That one upstairs. 3-0. So now the first Nepean pitcher struggling to find the zone. We haven't had this yet. Yeah, Nick wisely just waits that one. It goes down low. He's going to take his base. Blues got something going now. Fergus walks up. Outside. Ball one. Swung on, hit through the grass, down to the second baseman. He tries for the double play, drops the ball, and now we got bases loaded. Fergus ends up with a single. No outs. Well, who knows what can happen here. We got Trace up. Trace hits it foul outside the park. Let's adjust my count here. 0-1. That one down low. 1-1. In the zone. 1-2 now. Still no outs. Bases loaded for the Blues. In the zone. Trace watches that one. James up. He takes, well, it was down in the dirt. Did he swing on it? Have to listen for the umpire's call. Up high. That is 1 ball, 1 strike. Okay, was the count. Because James did not check his swing, so we got a 1-1. 1 out. Bases loaded here. Ball goes high. 2-1. Outside. 3-1. Connor not leading too much at third. Staying pretty close to the bag. Swung on to the third baseman. Out at home is called in time. Bases remain loaded on that single. But now back to the top of the order. Foul back. Get my count adjusted. 0-1. 2 outs. 3 aboard. High. 1-1. Swung on. Missed. Ball's upstairs. 2-2. Swung on, but foul. Just enough contact there. Howie stays alive. 2 outs, bases loaded. Swung on, hit into the gap, drops down in front of left field. Throw doesn't go in. Run scores. Steven Diamantini up to the plate. Pitches in, swung on, down the third base line, but foul. That one called strike. 0-2. So against the wire for the second time this inning now. Down to the last pitch. Swung on, hit. And bobbled by the shortstop. Not in time to make the second play, and Fergus scores. All runners make their bases safely. Outside. Let's adjust the count here. That would have been 1-0. 15-3. Something going here for the Blues finally. That one's upstairs, way outside the zone. 2-0. Oh, and also up just out of the zone, up high. 3-0 now. Now, would Rory want to swing at this one, expecting the strike to come in? Or does he try to just get aboard safely? That one's down low. He gets aboard safely. And James will walk home, touch the base. Score that is 15-4 now. Cole swings through. Upstairs, he swings at it anyway. 0-2. Oh, that's not Cole. Apologies, that's Blake. Hits it, popped up but back and over the backstop, past the crowd. Blake stays alive. I'll have to learn these kids' shoes so I can pick out who's who when I can't see their numbers. That one's slapped at, but no, it's going to go foul down the right sideline. First base. Out of play. Staying alive is Blake. All aboard here, bases loaded. 2-out rally going on right now with Blues picking up 3 points so far in the bottom of this inning. Hit and caught by the shortstop. That's out. That retires the Blues. And we'll go around do this one more time into the 6th inning. Or we're not going to do it. We're just going to line up. There's no reason to play the 6th based on whatever mercy rules are applying tonight. So that wraps up our ball game tonight. I think Blues would have wanted to see that inning earlier on in the game. I think would have made the difference. But the pitching was strong from the Eagles and limiting their chances to make it happen. So now we've had a glimpse at what the interlock play is going to look like in the city for the season. Eagles obviously a very strong team. We've seen them a few times. And now them getting the better of us. Taking 2 out of the 3 times we faced them. With that, we'll sign off. Boys will get their debrief in the outfield. And we're going to do this all again for you on Friday evening. Tune in at 6 o'clock if you want to see your boys play. Thanks for watching. And shout out to Thomas. Sorry we missed you tonight, bud. See you on Friday maybe. And good evening, good night. See you Friday.